Y'all, Married to Medicine. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. This is going to be your Married to Medicine review. I'm drinking my coffee. It's still hot. Oh my God, it's so good, y'all. It is really good. Why not a green? Just, what is your... Oh. I said we really have to remove ourselves from the tradition on taking on a man's last name. It doesn't mean anything. It was to show ownership. It doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless. It's meaningless. Do you know there are some people that is something that is not required of you to change your last name. The the changing of the last name is traditionally to switch ownership from your father to your husband. You're owned by your father. You keep taking on father's names, father's names, father's names, father's names, father's names, father's names. Meaning what? We're moving from one man to the next. Did y'all know there are religions where the man and the woman get married and the woman does not have to change her last name? You can still get married and not change your last name. You can still file as a married couple and not change your last name. It's an ego stroke. It is supposed to be for crest and lineage and some type of generational shit. It doesn't matter. What's your mama's maiden name? If that didn't mean anything, what's the point? The maiden name. We need her maiden name. Because we need to know where she come from, not who owned her. And that's just how I feel about it. It's meaningless, so whatever. It doesn't mean anything. Tell me the meaning behind it. Tell me the meaning behind it. All right, so let's talk about Married to Medicine. So they all look nice coming out. Let me get my shit together. It was 2 hours last night. 2 hours. And I guess they're like, we need to get this shit over with. It was 2 hours. Overall, all the women look nice. I love what Quad had on. I love what Mariah had on. Mariah's makeup, she had too much highlighter, if that's possible. She looked like a porcelain doll. Like, she looked real, like her eyes wouldn't open. She looked real like she had so much highlighter, child. I was like, okay, Mariah. I didn't like Toya's hair. I love Jackie's hair. I love Jackie's hair. Heavenly looked nice. Buffy looked the best with all that. Honey, I loved what Buffy had on, or whatever that shit was, and it was laying on the ground. I loved every minute of it. Simone looked okay. They all looked nice. They all had on black, black or a dark color, except for, what's her name looked awful. Contessa, whoever did Contessa's makeup. Her eyes, another one, her eyes look like, why do y'all have on so much eyelashes and mascara and shit and then gonna do dark around the eyes? It was just too much, Contessa. Her and Mariah looked like they were squinting their eyes, or the damn eyelashes was heavy as hell. Quad looked nice. She always looks nice. And I love Jackie's hair. I think Jackie's hair was the cutest with the bangs and the two ends coming on the side. I thought it was very cute. They're going through the Andy's walking through. He goes into Mariah's dressing room, and Mariah has clothes hanging on the wall. Why does she have clothes hanging on the wall? Like, you really somebody had to get up on a chair or a stool and tack up there, then hang your clothes from there. Like, are you serious? I was like, Mariah is so fucking extra. He goes to Simone. Simone says, he says, where's Jackie? Y'all usually in the room together. Well, a lot has changed. I was like, God, okay, bitch. A lot has changed. And apparently, she doesn't like the relationship with Heavenly. Okay. Who would you choose as a BFF, Heavenly or me? I don't understand that. Okay. Let me get my charger. Let me see. Hold on. I don't even know what. I need to charge this phone. I need to charge everything. Hold on, y'all. And then, so they go. What happens after that? Mariah has clothes hanging on the wall. Okay, so they start off with Quad. And, she's single. and they have like this little thing playing for her, like she's in a single life or whatever. It was cute. I thought it was very cute how they did that for Quad, show that she's single or whatever. But yes, the divorce is final and official, and we are all here for it. We are all here for it. I am here for it. I applaud her, and I'm so happy she got Miss Cloud's ass together. She got her ass together so fucking fast, bitch. So quick, bitch. Don't say a word to me. Don't do it. I said, yes, Quad, get her ass. Get her. Quad and Simone really don't have a reason to be mad at each other. Not the crab boil Quad that was last season. Quad, you keep bringing up old shit. You stuck and fixed on some shit that happened, and we passed it. Why would Simone say that the woman was attractive? Yeah, she said that, yes, we've gone out with Dr. Gregory. Now, isn't this ironic that Simone doesn't see anything wrong with being friends with Gregory, but she wants Jackie to choose friendship between her and Heavenly? How? What has Heavenly done so wrong that you don't want your best friend to be friends with her, but you think it's okay to be friends with a man who treated your friend the way he did? Oh, what? It's two sides to every story now? Child, please. Child fucking please. She gonna say the girl was attractive. Okay, I hope he is. Quad got something for every one of them. I hope she is attractive. You gonna go for me to somebody that don't look as good as me or better than me? Sorry to this man. She better be attractive. And how do you feel that Greg is dating? Well, he was dating during the marriage, so why would I feel any different now? He's free to do it now. Girl, Quad has something for everybody. Everybody. What else? Contessa had too much eye. They asked Quad, would you rather have a big dick or a big credit score? Honey, we can bring the credit score up. You cannot bring a big dick. She's tired of scooting on the dick. You understand? She's tired of scooting on the dick. Let that more attractive woman be over there scooting on the dick, okay? Let her do that. Toya has this issue with, I want to say that she has an issue with people talking about her money. But Toya's storyline since the very beginning has been about her and her money. Has been about her and Eugene's money, how they spend money, how they hadn't paid taxes. That has been her storyline. So it's pretty much anyone can say anything about Toya's finances because that's part of her storyline. When we talk about Toya, what do we talk about? When we talk about Toya, what do we talk about? Her finances and the parties that she throws, right? We don't talk about nothing else. So for her to be upset that Contessa is saying anything, like I've been saying, the way that Heavenly says something about her house, wait a minute, I'm going to get to that. But here's the thing. Their values are not the same. For Heavenly and Contessa, buying a house is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But if this is your friend, you should be happy for their accomplishments. Are they really friends? That's the question, okay? Now, how is it possible for Heavenly, they talked about Heavenly, Andy asked Heavenly, how would she feel if her son brought home a white woman? So we want Andy to ask the white housewives and the white women. I want you to ask Vicky, Tamra, Teresa, Jennifer from New Jersey, and Teresa from New Jersey. I want you to ask Tamra's son, you know, the one who wears the MAGA hat, how would she feel if he brought home a black woman? I want you to ask Vicky Gunvalson, how would she feel if her son brought home a black woman? I want you to ask Teresa Giudice, how would she feel if Gia brought home a black man? And I want you to ask Jennifer from Turkey, how would she feel if her daughter or her sons brought back a black man or a black woman to their home? Then we could talk. And it's sad that Heavenly can't even say, no, I want my sons dating black women. We gotta be always the ones to be like, no, we want white people in our spaces. No, it's okay for you to say, no, I would prefer my son to bring home a black woman. But it's up to him who he falls in love with. if you want to fix it up like that. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's a shame that she couldn't say that. It's a shame she couldn't say it. If you notice, and I did notice this, that the only thing decorated in Toya's house was the closet. Did y'all notice that? In the basement. And the only reason why the basement is decorated is because you need to get through the basement to go up to her closet. Okay. And then for her to say that she doesn't want anybody in the house, that was ridiculous. It was a housewarming celebration, you know, the kind, and she starts talking, you know, the kind, why would I have people in my home? Bitch, it's a housewarming party. No, it was a housewarming celebration. Toya, you sound ridiculous. You're a fucking weirdo. Like, I'm like, Toya is whack. She is so whack to me. Toya used to be my favorite. You have gone to the other side, girl. So why do y'all think that Heavenly is being a hater when it comes to Toya? Because Toya's like, you are a hater. You are a hater, dear. You are a hater. How am I a hater if I already have a 2-story closet? You go get a 2-story closet, and by me building a 3rd story to my closet, that's because I'm jealous of you? That doesn't make no sense whatsoever, bitch. Why isn't Toya being accused of being jealous of Heavenly? Because Heavenly had a 2-story closet. Toya just got a 2-story closet. So I don't understand how you can correlate Heavenly being a hater or being jealous of Toya's 2-story closet when she already had one. Girl, that don't even make sense to me. That was so dumb. Then she gonna say Heavenly don't have no clothes. When we have been trying to have you, bitch, justify how do you deserve a 2-story closet when all you wear is t-shirt and jeans everywhere? But you gonna try to flip that shit and say that Heavenly don't have no clothes. Bitch, you ain't got no clothes. That's why Heavenly said that back to you. Bitch, you ain't got no clothes either. So what's the tea? What's really the tea, bitch? But then why is it every time Heavenly responds to somebody, everybody's like, oh my God, she said the worst thing. Like the thing with the dentures, and she turned around and called Buffy's fat ass. If you want to talk about my teeth, bitch, I'm going to talk about your fat ass. And that's just what it is. So how is it worse for me? I did something about my dentures. I got dentures. I did something about my teeth. Do something about that ass. Now, I'm not saying, I'm saying when we fighting, bitch, I'm not saying anything was wrong with Buffy. I think Buffy looks great. To me, she does. She looks great to me. But if we fighting, bitch, and you coming at my teeth, I'm coming at your fat ass. And that's what it is. We fighting. And how is everybody so appalled? Did you just call her fat? She just talked about my teeth. What the fuck? How come I can't say nothing? Like, that's what I would be like. How come I can't say anything? Somebody can say something to me. See, y'all don't like it. And I notice they do that on the Real Housewives of Orange County. I do not like it when y'all pick fights with people and then you get mad because you chose the right enemy. Just like Heavenly told Simone, bitch, you don't want it with me. You will not win. You won't win. No matter what you say to me about my man or anybody else, bitch, you will not win. I do this. And Heavenly's the villain. Y'all get mad when people fight better than you. Now all of a sudden, oh my God, I can't believe what she said. I can't believe she called her a fat ass. Bitch, she just said something to me first. I wouldn't have called her a fat ass if she didn't say nothing about my teeth. I'm sensitive about my teeth. I'm a dentist, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. And then, why the fuck does Mariah keep saying shit about Damon? Oh, because she said something about me. Honey, you say stuff about Aiden not having a big dick or you missing black dick. You're the one that says shit like that. For someone to act like they're so versed in the bedroom, you would think that Toya would be able to explain that her and Eugene used the pull-out method. I found every single time Toya talks about sex, I find it cringy. I find it juvenile. I find it's like a 15-year-old girl trying to explain herself. It's really cringy and it's very uncomfortable. And just like, and even Eugene said in the back, Toya, don't. And I noticed that Candy in the other one, you can't even dance, and you this super freak with dungeons and shit. And then Toya, you always so talking about sex and shit like you really a freak in the bedroom, and you can't even explain that when we're like doing. I mean, I really try to explain to him, and he just does it. You know what I'm talking about. Girl, just say it. And that even all the doctors was like, bitch, the pull-out method? Like, nobody, why is so annoying to me. So annoying to me. You can't even explain that you're this super freak. And you can't even explain that you and your husband use a pull-out method. Girl, grow up. Like, for real. Like, for real. I was like, ugh. Why is she explaining it like that? And there was another time when every time this group of women starts talking about sex, they act very prudish, with the exception of Heavenly. And I attribute that to her sun sign. But the other women be acting like, oh, we don't believe you, Jackie, with this book. You are another one flopping on the bed like a cold fish. Nobody believes it. Toya, I've never believed Toya was a freak. Ever. Never, ever, never. And Eugene, he gonna say, she's not really like, honey, we know, because if she was, you would need a heart monitor. Because I know if she's supposed to be this big old freak and your big ass, y'all that ain't happening. You look lazy in the bed. Eugene looks lazy in the bed. None of those men give me, honey, tiger in the bedroom. None of them do. None of them. None of them. And Jackie don't give me cougar in the bedroom. Toya don't give me cougar in the bedroom. Simone definitely don't give me cougar in the bedroom. Now, Quad, no, she gives me pillow princess. I'm just gonna lay here and eat and take a nap. And Mariah, no. Now, Buffy, she came through, trying to be, I'm a part of the group and I did some things in college and this and that. Contessa, neither. Like, now Contessa and Scott, maybe now that I'm thinking about it. Heavenly and Daddy, I don't even see that neither. Every time they start talking about sex, I feel like I'm watching my aunties talk about sex, and it just is very uncomfortable. What else happened? Oh, and then they was asking, why didn't Heavenly tell Damon about the situation? She was like, my husband really doesn't watch this show. He's very busy, blah, blah, blah. He don't watch this show, and it's like a joke. But then she's for real, too. And then she was like, do you tell your man everything? Do you tell your man everything? And it's like, no one tells their partner everything. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. And that's it. I want to know what's worse. What's worse? What was so bad? Please tell me in the comments. What was so bad about Heavenly saying something about you talking out of your fat ass? Or whatever she said about Buffy's fat ass. What was worse? Buffy starting it by saying something about her talking out her dentures? Or Heavenly responding with you talking out your fat ass? Y'all tell me what's worse, because I really want to know why the response was the way it was towards Heavenly, but completely forgetting that Buffy started it. Buffy shouldn't have said nothing to Heavenly. What you coming out here saying something to Heavenly for? And I didn't even like Heavenly. Why did you hug her? You shouldn't have hugged that bitch. No, you want to come out here and you want to go for me? You want to come for the queen? Why are you coming for me? Why are you saying anything to me? Like Heavenly said, don't say my name. What you saying my name for? Don't talk to me if you don't want me to talk to you, bitch. You said my name. I'm saying something to you. Now all of a sudden Heavenly is the bad person. Okay. Dr. David said he likes the show. Who whispers and who screams? Jackie and Mariah whisper, and Quad and Toya screams. Quad with the car. She bought herself the car. I agree. Does everybody agree? You bought yourself a car for your birthday, had it delivered to your birthday party, and walked outside and acted like you were surprised. When you signed the paper after you purchased the car, where did you ask them to deliver it? Did you ask them to deliver it to your house and you were so shocked that they delivered it to your birthday party? How did they get the address to your birthday party? It's extra, Quad. It's screaming. It's screaming. And Toya, we all know that. And we've been said that. And we said that Toya has an issue with Buffy's money because Toya would really like to switch places with Buffy. As extravagant and elaborate and want to give off this air as well-to-do, you really would love Buffy's life. And that's the reason why you have something to say about it. We always say, when Buffy was saying, a lot of people are not comfortable with my success. As we can see, these celebrities and the way that we consume celebrity, how I say, is very unhealthy. But as soon as somebody gets some notoriety, all of a sudden, y'all don't like them anymore. They got too successful. Anybody who's successful, now they got too much money. Now you need to give your money to somebody else. Now you need to do all of these things. So I could see where Buffy said, yeah, some people do have an issue with success. And I don't think oh, well, I'm up here. And that's how you feel, Toya, when you standing next to Buffy. What kind of budget is this? The budget that I can afford. I make my budget might be higher than yours. Why? Because I make more than you. I produce more than you. My revenue is bigger than yours, so my budget will be bigger than yours. So what looks like extravagant to you, sweetie, this is within my budget. I'm sorry. But Toya I don't care what nobody say, Toya would switch places with Buffy's wallet and bank account in a heartbeat. And it's old money, not new. You first generation wealthy, you and Eugene. Because y'all couldn't even get your finances together. Y'all didn't know how to do it. This is the first time two people in your family have money. Y'all said it yourselves. Buffy is old money. What'd she say? It's quiet. Okay? You want that. I don't care what nobody say. That's why she had a problem with, that's why she got a problem with Buffy. Her little problem with Buffy has to do with Buffy's wealth and her lack of. They get on to Jackie and Buffy. I didn't think it was malicious what Jackie said, but we all said it was wrong and it was a misstep. We all can agree with that. Buffy said Buffy said that Heavenly thinks people are inherently evil because she's evil, but you thought that what Jackie said to you was malicious. So why did you think that what Jackie said to you was malicious if you don't think people are inherently evil? Because why would a doctor say that and do it in a malicious way? Why? Unless you think that people do malicious things. Same rationale, same logic. Jackie gave one of the best apologies ever on television, but also sacrificed her own baby to give it to Buffy. I'm holding the baby by his ankle, upside down. Because I could pull it out by the head and hold it by the feet. Here's the baby. I'm sacrificing. If I could have a baby today, if God gave me the ability to have a baby today, I'm going to give my baby to Buffy. I said, baby, you really just fell on the sword, didn't you, Jackie? I said, Jackie gave one of the best apologies, and she sacrificed her baby to the lady. Here she go. Here the baby. Then Buffy announces that she's going to use a surrogate. Buffy was hung up, like everybody said. She was hung up on carrying the baby herself. And then she said she saw Andy and she saw how Gabrielle Union and how Candy and everybody are doing it. And I think it's good that they're showing black women, using surrogacy and but just like Jackie said, when you're unable to carry babies and you're unable to do these things, you cannot force it, because you can wind up with a child who has a lot of issues, cognitive issues, abnormalities, whatever it is. You cannot force these things. I'll be trying to say, like, the whole thing to me, I don't quite understand it, because I just feel like if, as humans, our bodies are not all made the same. Just because you are presenting, you have the organs and everything, does not mean that you are a human that has the ability to carry a child, right? There are some men who don't produce enough sperm enough to even impregnate a woman. So that is just how they are. It's just how you are as a human. And when you say, well, my body's not allowing me, so I'm going to ask for somebody else to carry it, I can understand that. But when you go through IVF and all that other stuff, just trying to get yourself, if your body says no, there's a reason for that. And you trying to force and manipulate science and nature, that's not everybody's the same. So she's admitted that it was because she wanted to carry the child. So it's an ego thing already. You have wanting to have a baby is an ego thing already. Okay. Two, you're making it happen is another part of your ego saying, I need this because I want it. I want this. Right? Even though my body is saying no, I want it, so I'm gonna make it happen. Right? That's ego. That's ego to me. But anyways, I'm glad she's getting a surrogate. Simone and Heavenly's issues. Now, I didn't know that Heavenly said that Cecil was a drunk. I didn't remember that part, but evidently she said it was so she is upset with Heavenly. Simone is upset with Heavenly for saying that Cecil was a drunk and that Cecil doesn't work. Okay. Is that it? Because I'm trying to figure out, is that reason enough? I mean, I guess you can end a friendship with somebody for whatever reason you want. But when we're all sitting here watching it, is it logical? Does it make sense? To me, it doesn't. I'm trying to figure out what's happening with Heavenly and Simone to where Simone is like, I can't come for that. I will never be her friend again, cussing and shit. I will never do that. I will never be her friend, because Heavenly would not have said anything to Cecil had Cecil not said anything to her. So here we are again, where Heavenly's reactions are getting more attention than the person who caused her to react. Now, because her reactions are, she spits it with venom, you got to be careful who you choose as an enemy. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Because they can fight better than you. And then once they fight better than you, again, like, Simone can decide she doesn't want Heavenly to be friends with Heavenly for whatever reason. She could just not like her the way that Mariah and Heavenly don't like each other. I just don't like you. I just don't like you. What, for whatever reason. But y'all was cool, right? Now all of a sudden you hate her because she said something to your husband. And just like Heavenly said, if a man want to say something to me, I'm going to say something to him. You're not going to tell me that I can't say nothing to him after he said something to me. We're not doing that. And now you're mad because I said something that you said that we was confident. It was in confidence when everybody in the world who watches Married to Medicine knew that you had a problem with Cecil not having a job. Now, the drunk thing, I have never heard that until last night. So I was just like, okay, you calling your husband a drunk. Now, what kind of business is he in? If he doesn't work and he's drinking, that doesn't look good for Simone. Doesn't look good as a professional woman. Maybe she's embarrassed. I don't know. Y'all let me know what that's all about. I said that Jackie couldn't get a hold, because I asked Jackie, typically you're like the person in the group that kind of riles everybody up or wrangles everybody together to get along. And for some reason, you couldn't do it this year. And to me, I felt like because she had a lesson to learn this year. It was her year to learn the lesson, and with the situation with her and Buffy. It was that. And she gave, they showed like a little side thing. She gave Buffy a really sincere apology, and then really went to her and she was like trying to maintain herself. She, apologized again. That's when Heavenly asked for a hug, which was stupid. She shouldn't have asked her a hug. If a show can come between a marriage, it can come between a friendship. And they said that they told each other that they would not allow this show to affect the friendship. And she said, I'm so glad Jackie was like, so what do you want me to do? Because it's absolutely ridiculous to ask a person to stop being friends with Heavenly because Heavenly said something about my husband. But you can be friends with Greg after Greg done dragged Quad down the flight of stairs and shit. To each his own, right? Quad doesn't care. She's whatever. But but even other women were like, if we're not together, you can't be friends with this person anymore. And that's what I thought was weird. I'm like, if Quad was able to be around the women group, why isn't Gregory allowed to be around the men when the men go out, if he's still friends with them? Like, that was weird that he wasn't around at all. I guess he was going to find his new woman or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. But I thought that was weird. Like, why can't he do that? Anyways, I said I really think it's unreasonable that the way that Simone and Heavenly are, I really think Simone is being unreasonable. And y'all let me know, is Simone being unreasonable with this thing with Heavenly? Like again, we're really worried about what Heavenly said to Cecil, but Cecil shouldn't have said anything to Heavenly. Like, I don't understand why it's such a big deal to Simone. Y'all tell me what you think, what your theories are. I said that Simone was in strong black woman mode last night. She was so hell-bent on trying to be cool and acting like nothing was getting to her, and she couldn't even be honest about how she felt. At first you mad at Heavenly, then you're like, it's okay, because she knows that's what Jackie was like. So what would you like me to do? Because you would sound utterly ridiculous if you asked me not to be this woman's friend because of what she said to your husband. You would be ridiculous to ask me that. So what would you like me to do in order for us to be friends? Are you asking me? She doesn't like that her and Heavenly are friends. What's the problem? Because I'm going to be friends with Heavenly because she's my friend. I caught Simone say, did y'all catch Simone say that Jackie likes to fix broken people, and that's the reason why she's hanging out with Heavenly? Like, Heavenly is Jackie's little project. Did y'all catch that? Let me know, because I caught that. I was like, okay, Simone. See, Simone, she got her little digs in, but I said she was in strong black woman mode because her feelings and how she was expressing herself were in conflict. You was cool, but your eyes is watering. You okay, but you're not okay. Say how you really feel. It's okay to be vulnerable. Black women, it's okay to be vulnerable. I know that a lot of the times when we're vulnerable, we don't get the protection that we need. But girl, you married, you have your friends around you. It's okay to be vulnerable in this moment when you're talking to your friends. It's okay. Jackie is your friend. It's a safe space. I don't understand why y'all explain to me. I don't get it. We are all tired of Mariah and Quad, and I'm glad that Andy just rounded it up. No one believes either of you. That's it. I told y'all that Mariah was bringing Lake as backup. Mariah said it out of her mouth herself. She said it herself that she brought, because like I said, she doesn't have any reliable allies. Simone ain't gonna have her back, and neither is Toya. Toya is gonna figure out how to get the mess on TV, like she tried to keep Buffy in her closet when Buffy should have been allowed to go home. No, come to my closet so we can get this breakdown on camera. Come on, girl. Toya wasn't going to have Mariah's back, and neither was Simone. So she had to bring Lake everywhere she went. Mary had a little lamb, okay? Fleece was wise. No, everywhere she went, Lake was sure to go, okay? Everywhere. Yeah, she brought Lake to she was bringing Lake to every single thing, and had Lake sit up there and call Quad a whore, sitting during Ramadan, sitting during dinner. Well, I'm not going to talk about you. No, you're not going to talk about me, but you're going to have your sister talk about me and make sure it gets on camera. You ain't slick, girl. You ain't slick, Mariah. They start talking to the husbands. I got secondhand embarrassment with Scott's rapping. That was so embarrassing. Eugene, confirmed with us that Toya is doing a lot of talking. That's a lot of talk. She ain't doing all that shit in the bedroom. How come Simone can scream, fuck you to Heavenly, and then when Heavenly screams back, fuck you, bitch, everybody is so appalled? They asked the men about the paint and sip. Damon said he felt like the men had told the girls to come. I felt like that too. I mean, because why Damon of all people? Like, especially like he's sitting there, he doesn't even give off the energy that he wants to be bothered. So it's like, okay. When Heavenly told Cecil to own being called a Mitch or a bitch, that's when her and Heavenly started getting to it again, because she was like, go ahead, Cecil, own it. But Cecil was the one that called himself that. He called himself that, and Curtis even said to Eugene and Cecil, Y'all got Mitch down pat. I ain't no Mitch. Bitch, Mitch, male bitch, whatever it is. I ain't one of those. You got that shit down pat. What's the definition of a big ass bitch or a big old bitch? Eugene was sitting right there. I laughed just to wear the same thing. Eugene wants to have like this jovial personality and all this shit, but you just as messy as your wife. That's why Contessa called you a big old bitch. Scott seems kind of like awkward, and when like, what did you think about when Contessa said that? Well, I just thought it was like, why would you say that? You know, I mean, what else is he gonna say? What else happened? I think that was it. Did I have any more? Yeah, that was it. That was it. It was okay. I'm glad they got 2 hours done so we don't have to do 3 of these. Anything else? Did I miss anything? That's it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. We'll get down in the comments. Take care of each other. Peace.